Little book, little book, little book, little book, little book, little book. On today's episode, we're gonna get into the little book, chapter 8, the 2024 dub, The Path Not Taken. Is this the new top shelf BOURYE that you should be hunting? I'm unsure. I'm pretty sure you're unsure. That's why you're here. We're gonna get into this episode. I go by the name of. Let's get into this.
Play the intro.
I go by the name of Lord. Let's review some whiskey. Welcome back. We got a very special bottle today. No other than the 2024 Little Book, Chapter 8, Path Not Taken. It's no secret, I'm gonna go ahead and say on record, I'm a huge Jim Beam fan. Not particularly the white label, but everything else that they offer from the Beam lineup. I love Knob Creeks. I love Knob Creek store picks. I like Little Books, as you see. Huge Booker's fan as well. And I also do like other expressions that Beam offers, like the Old Granddad 114, the Old Grand Bonded. Also, spoiler alert, I do like Old Tub. It's something about Old Tub and Dr. Pepper. Don't knock it until you try it. Trust me. And as I always say, I usually say don't mix it with Sonic Ice, but I give you permission to go ahead and mix that with Sonic Ice. Thank me later. But anyway, we're talking about the Little Book, Chapter 8, Path Not Taken. Now, I'm gonna get into this a little bit. All right, so according to the website, Little Book, Chapter 8, Path Not Taken, it says, knowing that rye has roots extending to the beginning of American history and holds more than 2 centuries of heritage, you can say it's been done. With this chapter, Path Not Taken, we explore the future of American rye by blending a unique range of rye whiskeys together and show you that rye still has plenty of stories left to tell. Path Not Taken is about remaining the variety that rye grain has to offer and pushing the limits of what can be. We look across America's oldest whiskey frontier from a new vantage point and create a complex, redefined, and differentiated profile by blending ryes of different age, char, and mash bills. The story of rye has been told countless ways, but never like this. So folks, this is coming in at a whopping 118.2 proof. Usually the little books come in at a lower proof than the Bookers I've seen go as much as like 127, some 129 proof. But usually the little books stay sub 120 mark. So yeah. What's crazy about this one, and the reason why I really wanted this one, I started, I guess, getting into these around 2020. Only one I don't have is 2023, but I have a few of the 2020s, 21, 22, and then I skipped the 23 and got this one. This one in particular was super interesting to me because one or two things. So this is saying that in this bottle right now, right, we got an 18-year Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, high rye, okay? It's 11-year Kentucky straight rye whiskey, super interesting. 7-year Kentucky straight rye malt whiskey, uber interesting. An 8-year Kentucky straight rye whiskey, and that is a Kentucky style rye with a char 4 for the barrel. And then there's a 5-year Kentucky straight rye whiskey, PA style, char 1, and then there's another 5-year Kentucky straight rye whiskey, PA family style, char number 4 in the barrel, and the 4-year Kentucky straight rye whiskey all in here. And as we know, this is basically distilled in a passion project of Freddie No from the Freddie No, or for the, I think it's the Booker No Distillery. Don't quote me on that. I'll do a fact check. If not, I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. So yeah, so this is a BOURYE. So this is what I've been searching for. I've been searching for this one. Knob Creek came up with their BOURYE, which is like the bourbon rye, which is the equivalent of a 9 and a 7-year together. I think that's 113 proof. And then obviously they just came up with a 10-year rye. So this one in particular, I'm very curious on how it will hold up, and should you search for it. Now there is a lot of obviously BOURYEs on the market in particular, so I'm really curious on how this one tastes. So for those who are getting into the journey and you're confused like, Lord, what the hell's a BOURYE? I'll tell you right now. Basically a BOURYE is a blend of bourbon and rye, and you just blend them together. Sometimes people do a 50-50 blend, sometimes people do a 60-40, hell, it's whatever you get, but sometimes it's pretty nice. So yeah, so let's get into this. So I'm gonna leave this whole part. This is a new pour. I'm gonna get this off. This is wax, so let's, you know, see if we can make this work. This is actually pretty easy. I didn't have to use my knife for this. Just super curious to get into this. Like we always say, let's moment of silence for the cork pop. All right, so yeah, let's get into this. 2024, Little Book, Chapter 8, Path Not Taken. All right, let's look at the color. The color's pretty cool. Like a dark rusted, like honey color. I would get that much. Already, I would say the liquid is coating the glass. The legs are coming down crazy right now. It hasn't even been in here for like 20 seconds and already like the party started in the glass. Usually it takes a while for, you know, things to get going, but I'm already seeing the viscosity and, you know, the liquid dropping down in the glass. And it's very thick legs too. So typical beam checks out. But what does it smell like? We'll get into it. Ooh, already the rye jumps out at you. Mint is in there, honey, peanut brittle, which checks out because usually a lot of times, and for the most part, on a lot of the bean products, I get a huge nutty note. And so the peanut brittle would check out. Mint, honey, peanut brittle. There's a whopper note in there. And I'm assuming it's that PA malted rye note in there. Now, what I've heard was that the rye component that they use with the PA style is the component that I believe they used in the newer overhaul. It's out right now. I can't even begin to pronounce that word, but I'll throw it at the bottom of the screen. If it checks out, that's actually what it is. But that's what I'm hearing, that it's that particular rye blend. This smells really good. Getting hints of chocolate too. All right, let's go for the taste. Already, I would say on first sip, I'm getting more of a rye profile than I am of the bourbon profile that's in here. First thing that does hit me is that the huge ryeness of bacon spices and mint. I'm getting a little pepper on there. The malt is still present in there, but also there's like a dark chocolate note that's now like seeping up in this, which is pretty cool. There's almost a peachy note too in here. Like a peachy stone fruit, apricot, burnt caramel I'm getting. Let's go back in for another taste. Damn, yeah, hell yeah, that's good. The finish is long. It is like going on. With every sip and more it takes to like open up and figure things out, I'm experiencing more in this glass. As you see, the legs are still going. And it's still a party going on. So definitely, it's a huge vibe. I would say, off bat, this is an interesting BOURYE blend. Because like they're using older components. I think the first thing that stood out to me that there is a 18-year-old Kentucky bourbon high rye that's in here. Which is, you know, I'm pretty curious on the percentage because they don't have it on there. Oh, is it on the back? No, it's not on the back. Yeah, I'm confused. I know the Bookers, they would have the percentages of certain things that they use for their batches. So this one in particular, I am curious. All right, so now we're gonna do a little experiment. I have my little water dropper here with some water, and we're gonna see how this holds up with a drop or two of water. Usually for like a lot of high proofs, if I'm trying it for the first time, I'll drink it like how you see right now. And then eventually halfway through, I'll get some water and then I'll see how it holds up to a few drops of that. So let's get to it. And let's go and get another one. All right, cool. So I'll let that go for a few. I would say this much right now. So the water definitely amplified the rye notes that I'm getting in there. The mint is basically jumping a little bit more at me. I'm now picking up a little more presence of the char that I wasn't picking up earlier on the first nose. Now I would say when I nosed it for the second time, that's when I did get that burnt caramel smell, which could be basically some of the charred oak. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you ever had a BOURYE before, or if you ever made like a Frankenstein blend before. I definitely made a few. So please share some of your favorite Frankenstein blends. I would love to check them out. If you like this one, go ahead, drop me a like, comment, and subscribe. Woo-hoo. And like we say at this time, cheers, salute, sante, Kobe, and all that jazz.